Boys and girls, today I have one of the best investment videos for you. No matter if you have 50k or 1,000,000 coins, you are going to double your coins. First of all, of course, I've got to show you the quickest way to get yourself some coins. If you guys are looking to get some FIFA coins to improve your team and smash through Weekend League, check out U4GM FIFA 23 coins and you can use code RECALL for 5% off at checkout. Make sure to go check out the sponsor, guys, but let's get into the video. So first of all, as you can see, we are looking at Thiago Silva. The reason he's a solid investment right now is he's an 86 rated. He's one of the 86 rated who you're not going to see in teams. No one's buying him for the use in the team. He is this value purely because of SBCs and his rating. He's currently the cheapest 86 rated card on the market, and the cheapest he's been since the start of October is around 11,000 coins. Since then, he has risen up to 17,000, has settled around 14k, and he's right now at around 13,500. If you can pick one up for 12k, you are guaranteed he is not going to go below that, and all he is going to do is soar above when there is another SBC that requires it. So if you can pick him up at around the 12,750 mark, as we've just tried there, or even get him for 13k, you're probably going to be on for a very good investment. Now, he may dip to 12,750, 12,500 at some point between now and the next big SBC, but he probably won't. You've got a good chance, as you can see in the background, of getting him on a snipe at around the 12k mark. We've missed a couple here, but you can see that with the right fingers, pardon the pun, you'd be able to get a very, very good snipe on him. Now, I would say even picking him up at the 13,500 mark isn't an unsafe bet, especially with the amount, as you can see, that are being listed around that mark and the amount you'll be able to undercut it at the moment. Now, you'll definitely be able to get him sold on for a little bit more in the coming days when there is an SBC with the out of position promo. Of course, every promo is going to have an SBC that's going to require an 85 or 86 rated player. Now, with the new SBC and chemistry system, they do have a new way of making players more expensive. The second player we're going to look at before we look at some higher or more high value players is Suarez. He's the cheapest 84 on the market right now, and because of his weird league that he's in now, people don't really look to him when they're thinking about 84 rated cards, but that's a good thing because it means you can make a ton more than anyone else. People won't be sniping him as much. He's easier to pick up on a snipe. You can get him at around the 3k mark, which is far lower than the other 84s available. If you can pick him up on a bid, which is quite easy being that no one really kind of looks at him, he's kind of overlooked. When SBCs come out, 84s rise, he'll always be the cheapest one on the market, and he's always going to be the first one to soar up. So you've got a really easy bet there. If you have a look at 84s at any time, he is always the cheapest. When an SBC comes out, he's going to always be the cheapest, and initially people won't find him and won't be using him, so they won't be using him for their squads. He might stay stable for the first hour, but when an SBC requires an 84 or an 84 rated team, he is always going to go up because half an hour after, when people are checking Footbin, he's the guy they're going to see every single time. So you can pick him up on, of course, snipes there. You can kind of get him for around the 3k mark. We probably missed that one there. Definitely missed that one there. But you can pretty much pick him up at anything around 3.5 and you're still pretty secure in your investment. If we look at Footbin, the cheapest he's actually been all year is 1.9, and that was for one day. He's gone as high as 7 of other SBCs and kind of sits at around 3k at the minute. You should be able to get him for around 2k, especially rewards days. Thursdays would be a really good day to do it, but if you can get him at 3k right now, you are golden. He will go up to about 5 when an SBC does come out. Of course, he's going to have the highest rise, and if you just have a look at the bidding side of things, if we go up to like a 3k mark, let's have a look. As you can see, looking at the bids, 1.1k seems to be the mark that everyone seems to put him at. If we bid at 1.7 on all of these, you're probably going to get 1 or 2 of them, and if you monitor the bids all the way up to about 2.2, I'd say that's where you want to stop because they're probably going to soar to normal price. You can easily make a ton off of this Suarez card, and of course, being that not many people are watching him, you're going to be bidding and winning a lot more bids than usual, so it is a much better one to be doing. But now we're going to move on to those more expensive inform filters. So first, we are looking at Jude Bellingham. Now, why are we looking at him? Because he is literally one of the best cards in the game. His base card was absolutely unreal, and his inform card is just being overlooked right now. I mean, 40k for one of the best centre mids in the game just isn't realistic. He's definitely going to go up in coins. Now, if we say he's at a 42 right now, if you want to pick him up for a current profit, you realistically need to be picking him up around 39,000 coins, and that is for a pretty much instant profit. Now, if you want to go for the long run, obviously picking him up cheaper, the cheaper the better. If you can pick him up at 39 right now, store him in your club and just wait on it, I would say he's going to double in coins in the next 2 weeks. I reckon he's at least touching 60k. I think if he touched 80k, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Any Bundesliga squad, which we see all the time in the current FIFA, you've got everyone with the Werners, everyone with there's another player who was absolutely prominent for a little while. You've got Werner, you've got Davies. There's quite a few, Mane and Kunu, just to name a few. There's quite a few players who are just incredible from the Bundesliga. And to say that this guy isn't going to go up would be silly. He can fit in most Prem teams, and most teams are a Prem hybrid of something. Being he's English, of course, he's a perfect link between Prem and Bundesliga. He's the perfect link between a lot of leagues, and he just fits really well. I think the fact that people aren't looking at this really kind of quickly already is insane. He's one of the most blatantly obvious investments, and it's a really good one. Now, yes, I'd like to pick up all my investments on a snipe, as I always do. But if you can't, grab this guy for around 39,000 coins and you're going to be good to go. If you can't get it at 39, 40 is fine, and you will be able to get 40 easily. As you can see, they're coming up pretty often, and you've just got to pick one up pretty evenly. I mean, that one there, we got that one easily. You can see that. So easy 40k. We're going to send it to the transfer list. I reckon a week's time, we're looking at a 60k profit, 60k overall, 20k profit, before I get anyone confused. But it's a really easy investment right now, so why wouldn't you do it? Moving on to one of the most blatantly obvious investments we have ever had. If you go on Footbin right now, the only 390 rated informs are Neymar Jr., Heung-min Son, and Casemiro. The total of the three, you've got 540k for Son, you've got 1.3 million for Neymar, and 50k for Casemiro. Now, by all means, do I think that he's even going to touch 100k? Probably not. But when the SBC requires an inform and a high rated, who are you going to turn to other than this guy? I mean, for myself alone, I want to pick up a few of these right now just because I'm going to be doing the Messi SBC. I'm probably going to need him. But the reality is, you can very, very easily make a ton of him. He's going to go up minimum to 80k once they receive an SBC with a high rated inform requirement. So there is an often chance that that's going to be an icon SBC, there's going to be a hero SBC, there's going to be an out of position. There will be an SBC where this guy is a requirement. This guy is helpful or useful, and he will soar up in price. He is cheaper than most of the 89 rated informs. The lowest two 89 rated informs right now are Donnarumma and Cruz, and then you've got Modric next. Modric is 100k, Donnarumma is 59k. He is cheaper than Donnarumma and only just more expensive than Cruz, who is obviously only 40k because of his rating. Now, do I believe this guy is going to soar up instantly? No, but that's what an investment is for. If you have 1 million coins and you can pick up 20 of this guy, you are going to more than double your coins. He is an absolutely obvious and insanely easy investment to be picking up. I do think that picking him up on a snipe, as always, is the best way to do it. If you can get it on a compare price, that would be wonderful. So if we knock it down to 54 on here or 53, you go here, compare price your way, you should be able to get one. Obviously, there isn't many on the market right now, but we're sat in the middle of a team of the week that's being released. We should be able to pick one up. There should be another one showing. So we're just going to keep doing the compare price until we find a reasonable one, and then hopefully we've got a nice investment snipe. We've resorted to taking a 53,500 because realistically, I know this guy is going to go up a ton. We don't need to snipe him. It's always fun to try, but he's a solid investment. So make sure to go do this guy. Go grab a few of them. If you've got 1 million coins, I'd honestly say grab 20. If you have 100k, grab one of this guy, grab a Bellingham, and then try your best at getting the lower rateds like Suarez. If you can, run through these players. If you've got a few mil, I'd say Bellingham and Casemiro is probably one of the safest investments you can possibly do. Lautaro Martinez is also a very good one. And of course, as usual, if you've enjoyed, make sure to subscribe.